What's up guys, Bob here from Pure Hockey. Today we're going to be reviewing the Bauer Supreme M5 Pro hockey skate. Let's kick this review off by talking about the full Supreme lineup this year. This is Bauer's power skate option. The boots are known for their stable structure and focus on big strides and strong crossovers. Throughout the line, we'll also see the Supreme specific asymmetrical toe cap, but with an upgrade this year. After looking at foot scans and listening to feedback, they noticed this area needed more space, so they increased the size by 2 millimeters, giving you a better fitting toe cap. Just like we saw in the previous generation Supreme skates, the top 3 models will now be sized in Bauer's performance fit system, meaning you have the option between 3 different sizes: Fit 1, Fit 2, and Fit 3. Fit 1 is designed for a low profile foot, Fit 2 is designed for a medium profile foot, and Fit 3 is designed for a high volume foot. If you want to learn more about the performance fit system, we have a full video breaking it down. We'll have a link in the description. One thing to keep in mind when sizing for skates is you typically want to subtract 1.5 to 2 sizes smaller than your normal shoe size. We have more of this on our resource center and on all of our skate product pages, but for the absolute best fit, we always recommend coming into one of our stores so you can get fit by an expert in one of our Bauer scanners. Alright, now let's get into the technologies on the M5 Pro. We're going to start with the runner and work our way up. As you can tell, there is no runner. That's because we're getting an upgrade to Bauer's Choose Your Own steel. You have 3 different options, starting with the LS Pulse TI. The titanium coating on this provides longer edge life and greater edge retention, giving you a better glide throughout the life of your sharpening. Next up, we have the Carbonlite runner, which is all about performance. The carbon fiber upper makes this 35% lighter than traditional steel, and it increases torsional flex for better acceleration and power, while the premium stainless steel blade gives you better edge retention. And your last option is the LS Pulse. Though this does lack the edge retention that's found on the Pulse TI, the high polish mirror finish and premium core are going to give you a good glide on the ice. Each of these runners are available for an additional purchase if you're looking for an extra set of steel that's sharpened and ready to go. Working from the runner up into the holder, we're getting the tried and true 2 Klight speed edge holder. This holder has the ability to swap your steel out on the go, so whether you lose an edge, break your steel, or just need a fresh bite, you can swap it out on the bench and be back in the game for your next shift. Working our way up to the boot and the biggest upgrade over the 3S Pro, Bauer's 3D lasted carbon curve composite. This is passed down from last year's top of the line Ultrasonic. Its one-piece design gives you better energy transfer through each stride. If we compare this to the top of the line Mock skate, we are lacking the 12K carbon weave, which makes that skate 5% lighter. Now, don't get me wrong, this is still a solid, responsive, and supportive boot, just like we saw in the Ultrasonic. It's just not going to be as stiff as what we're getting on the Mock. Moving up to the laces and tongue, for the most part, this area stayed the same as what we saw in the 3S Pro, but if we compare this to the Mock, we're going to see a huge difference. Starting with the facing, this is their traditional facing, so not much different than the previous generation Supreme skates if you've used those in the past. But we are getting new materials this go around. And comparing it to the Mock, you're not going to have as great of ankle flexion, therefore a little bit more restricted range of motion. For those of you looking at the M5 Pro Junior model, you will be getting the AmpFlex facing that's seen on the Mock skates. So it's going to make it easier to increase your ankle flexion and get more range of motion. Circling around to the front, we're going to see that Bauer retained their 52-ounce Reflex Classic Pro tongue from the 3S Pro, whereas the Mock gets an upgrade to the Power Coil tongue. The Classic Pro is going to give you that traditional comfort with the soft, white, fluffy felt, plus an insert in the middle to help fight lace bite, whereas the Mock's Power Coil tongue features an injected insert for faster recoil speed. Working our way to the back of the skate, we're going to find the Reflex Tendon Guard. This is going to help maximize your range of motion, making for longer, more powerful strides. Now taking a look at the padding at the top of the boot, we're going to find Bauer's Comfort Edge. If you've used Bauer skates in the past few years, then you're probably familiar. It's going to add that extra bit of comfort without sacrificing any performance. Now if we look inside the boot, we're going to see that Bauer carried over their Aerofoam Plus ankle padding from the 3S Pro. This is going to add some comfort and relief, especially when making those maneuvers that press up against the ankle. On top of the ankle padding is the Lock Fit Liner. This is going to help wick away moisture, keeping your feet dry and locked in place. And last but not least, we have the Lock Fit Footbed. This is going to give your feet a nice, comfortable, and supportive base. That wraps up the technologies. Now let's get into the recommendation. As we've been saying, we feel the Supreme line is built for a powerful skater. This doesn't necessarily mean a forward versus defenseman conversation, just more of a personal style. So if you're looking for long, powerful strides, fast straight line speed, and big crossovers, then the Supreme line is for you. Now the M5 Pro is the second price point, so it has a lot of great features. So we feel this skate is for an elite level skater, playing multiple times a week at a competitive level, or someone who plays a couple times a week and is looking for a long-term skate option. Well folks, that wraps up our review of the Bauer Supreme M5 Pro skates. If you want to find out more about this model or the rest of the line, we'll have links down in our description. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And if you're in the neighborhood, stop by any one of our 50+ retail locations or shop us online at purehockey.com. We'll see you in the next one.